Hare Krishna. Maharaj, you are saying in the class that any person who takes shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam and does hearing and chanting continuously, then he will get the nectar of devotional life. But sometimes it happens this way, that if you go on continuously hear, chant in association of devotees, and there are lots of anarthas and shortcomings in our consciousness. So we have that shelter type of a thing that, okay, if I go on doing this thing, one day or the other, by Krishna's mercy, it will go away. But then, after years and years of devotional life, when you are at the fag end of your life, you see to it that that anarthas are still not yet gone from your consciousness. And you get very much disturbed that now the death is coming nearby and the anarthas have not been eradicate, it has not gone out. And you feel it that you might miss the devotional life, maybe you miss the bus, and might not reach the perfection of your life. And a great anxiety happens in your life that what will happen now? I felt that for my whole lifetime, if I go on doing all the things, it might go away, but it has not gone. At that juncture, what extra endeavor we should do it so that at least we get that shelter and we feel it that we will not miss the burst of devotional life.
I'm trying to create suspense. So are you at the fag end of your life?
I don't know, Maharaj, but I've already crossed 50 years. I don't know, but I've already crossed 50 years. I know.
Crossed 50 years. So is that the fag end of your life?
I don't know, but Maharaj, scriptures are very clear enough that after 50, you gave me one example, that when you cross 50 years, I still remember before 20 years back, you gave me this example. I really took it very seriously. You gave me the signal example. You told me that up to 50 years, you are in a green signal. And when you cross 50, you come in a yellow signal. And yellow signal, you have to understand, yellow signal means from yellow, it will come only red. You are not going to go into green. And one thing which you gave me it really struck me was, yellow signal doesn't remain for a long period of time. Took it very seriously at that time. After 50, he told me you are in yellow. And red can come at any time.
I'm very happy I told you that. Now you're telling me that.
Well, you told me, that's why I told you.
20 years ago, even I wasn't 50. Padam padam yad vipadam natesham. The nature of this world is everything, our life, our property is like that little drop of water on a lotus leaf. It could all be taken away. In the material world, everything is so vulnerable. So we should take very seriously. We shouldn't wait till the actual fag end of life. We should prepare ourselves now. It's like your son Raghunathji. When you know that he's going to have an exam at the end of his education, as a father, you tell him you have to start preparing now. It's not that the day of the exam you just spend 15 minutes preparing. We prepare now. So that juncture called death, where the soul leaves this body to go to another destination, we should be preparing for it seriously every day. And in bhakti, it's a joyful process preparing for it. By absorbing ourselves in Krishna, through kirtan, through japa, through reading, through hearing, through puja, through seva, through prayer, through association. Just try to absorb yourself for Krishna's pleasure. And ultimately, it's not by the power of your sadhana, nor is it by the power of your renunciation that you can overcome Maya. It's only by Krishna's grace. Taiviheshu gunamayi mama maya durate. Mami vamya prapadyante mayameta tarantite. Ragadvesha vimuktaishtu vishayanandriyaishcharan. Atma vashar vidhe atma prasadam adhikachchati. Our spiritual practice is to please Krishna so that we get his grace. So if we're just sincere and trying our best, even when we recognize, as you have recognized so nicely, the incredible powers of Maya and the insignificant of ourselves and our efforts in the presence of Maya. I think that's what you're saying, yes? When Maya is so strong and her influence of us is so powerful and our efforts are so tiny, how will we remember Krishna and love him at the time of death? It's not possible. Maya is too strong. But Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. But Maya is under Krishna's control. So and the fact that you're not totally liberated and ecstatic right now should humble you. Should humble all of us. Trinadapi sunichena. When we recognize that we really are fallen and vulnerable, then in a very humble state of mind, we cry out for Krishna's shelter. We sincerely want to serve and please his devotees. We sincerely don't want to make offenses. Yes? Because we know how powerful Maya is. And we know our only hope is ultimately just to make Krishna happy, just to please him. However insignificant and conditioned I am, if I'm sincere to try my best to please Krishna and take shelter of his name, then by his grace, he promises us, Manmana bhavamad bhakto, just remember me in this way. Become my devotee. And I promise you, I will deliver you. So we are dependent on Krishna's grace. Dina hina yata chilo harinama udharila. Even Jagai and Madhai have attained the highest perfection by chanting the names of the Lord sincerely. Yes?
Maharaj,